See if it's running, guys. Gonna be a good one. Running all right. We are live, guys. We are live.
How you going, Arthur?
Sorry? Okay. Okay. So, let me know if I'm cutting out or anything, especially you guys watching on YouTube. Greetings all, and welcome to Monstercast number 70. Today we're going to be talking about Shark Monster. How could they possibly exist? What types are monsterites here? The voices of the monster, official voices, including the text voice, have covered. Talking about the different type of shark monsters we have out there, and speculate further upon the creature. Hope you guys are staying safe out there, clean, and doing well, and enjoying your free time. Everybody's got a lot of free time.
I want to mention
Definitely a big
Nami. Sorry, I'm sorry. I interrupted you. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. Go ahead, Gargamel.
I wanted to mention Nami, which is the Shark Girl character from Turan on DeviantArt that I just posted a picture of her. She's kind of cute looking. At least I think she's supposed to be a shark.
So Gargamel also posted this video for anybody that wants to check out. He posted it before. You can always find it in our caverns here if you ever Discord, or if you do often. It's Jaws Did Nothing Wrong. It's a video by Trey the Explainer. I watched the video last week, I think, or prior. Good video. Love for the love of shocks. Gargamel also just mentioned when you and then Gargamel posted this. Let's check it out real quick. Click on this DeviantArt link as people show up here. So Gargamel said that that posts a lot of Sharky.
Yeah, they post he has this character that I think is supposed to be a humanoid shark creature. Or maybe she's some kind of like whale or something. I'm not sure, but she looks kind of like a shark to me. So I think she does count until I hear otherwise.
I see.
And there are a bunch of other ones I've seen on DeviantArt that are somewhat similar.
As you guys may know, there's a lot of monster shark eye candy all over the internet, which would make this chat very fun, at least. Interesting as well.
Yeah, I also saw of another shark that's from cinema. Have you heard of Kenny the Shark? He was a cartoon character that featured on Discovery Kids for a while.
I think I may have
Pretty
heard that
funny.
name. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a kids show on Discovery Kids.
Hmm. Okay, guys, let's.
If someone else can't find the link to it, I'll look for one and I'll post it in the main text tab. And he was kind of funny.
Alrighty. He's back. Everybody's here. C, how you doing?
Tired? Very tired, actually, suddenly.
Uh-oh. I'm just happy you came
Sorry.
back. It looks like your volume can be manipulated now. That's nice.
Ah,
Thank you, C.
excellent.
Whatever you did, it worked. C, real quick, we are live, by the way. Did you happen to check out those links I sent you and all that stuff? I don't think you did. Checking.
I just returned
Oh, you had to return from where?
to Discord.
No, I mean those links I sent you like a week ago, privately.
Nothing is ringing. I don't know why.
Oh boy, he's very
I must
tired.
have. I'm
About
very
the
tired, I'm afraid.
about the tabletop simulator.
Ah, yes. I need to get to look into that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had a case of complete brain malfunction during the last week. I don't know.
Uh-oh. I hope you're doing all right, C.
I don't know why, but I think you contacted me in the middle of the night, and I just continuously forgot about it.
Yeah. Time zones. Okay, no worries. Welcome,
I'm
Louis.
here
Greetings,
now.
greetings.
I will be here shortly.
All right.
I'm really tired, and I think if there's anything I need to do in this day, it is to get to bed, probably.
Okay, C. Well, before you go, since we are talking
Yeah.
shark monsters, is there any shark monster you would like to mention?
I mean, I think I can go a little bit specific, but I think I've already mentioned this multiple times with the Meg from the Meg series, a novel of deep terror. Haha!
Hmm.
It is by Steve Fulton. It's science fiction-ish. It is. It's about if the megalodon had survived on a undiscovered food ecosystem at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. This has kept it safe in warm waters and has kept it safe from the rest of the world. So when it rises to more oxygenized water and more food, it becomes more aggressive and more active. Oh yeah, and it's also very light sensitive, so it doesn't attack during the day. And it glows in the dark. I know, very counterintuitive, not necessarily a good thing.
So, C, since you...
I saw the movie it was based on. I don't think it glows in the dark in the movie, and also
The movie is kind of weird because it doesn't. It has elements of the book, but it's not really anything to compare to the book.
That's often the case with the movie version. Like, from what I understand, there's a lot of differences between the Jurassic Park movie and the Jurassic Park book. In fact, I read the Jurassic Park book, and there's a lot in there that was not in the movie. A lot of things that were different too.
A lot.
So, C, since you have mentioned the Meg before, the movie and the book, you did say the book is better. Let's approach this from another angle. Welcome, Jono. He's got a voice. Wonderful. So, C, in your opinion, how resourcing the book and the movie, both of them, just the whole story as a whole, how do you find the realism of the shark existing now in that lore and the realism of it?
We're talking about a shark that rides a stream of blood from another megalodon that is pulled to the surface, all throughout the cold layer of water. The chances of that happening, minuscule, unrealistic, but it's probably one of the most metal books that I have ever read, due to some of the imagery described in the book series.
Right. Well, I mean, there's obviously more to it though, because it's not just another low budget flick that came out. It is based off a book that did pretty well. Seems to be
It's a shame that
written
the
deeply.
Meg was basically um, like they tuned the violence to zero to appeal the Chinese audience.
I mean,
I
there was
mean,
still violence in it, but it was.
Yeah, there's no gore like some. I mean, I read that it was supposed to be rated R, and they cut a lot of stuff because of the Chinese audience.
Oh, sad.
Yeah,
So sad.
It's not surprising though, because China has a lot of extreme censorship,
yeah.
and
Not
I
only
really wish
that,
that movie studios,
the movie is
I
based.
really wish that the movie studios would care more, wouldn't care so much about appeasing them, and would just ignore that market most of the time, because
We
it's
are
really
talking
easy to
about a
promote.
significant market, but if it is anything, I don't think anyone is gonna go to watch a movie at this day and age.
Well, right now they're not going to go to watch because we're getting
well,
coronavirus.
okay. So back to the topic though of the realism of it all. I guess not what happens in the movie, but more so how it's actually existing and everything and functioning.
Well, the logic behind it is
Mhm.
the book, while not deep, going into the details about how the shark works, it goes into what goes on inside of its heads and the perception of this alpha predator from another age. There would be nothing in the world today that it would be able to have encountered it, i.e., it talks about the whale population and local surfers, ironically. Yeah.
Let's spark a little bit on the topic of fear. Sharks
A
are
deep terror.
nonetheless scary. Because especially since we're into animals. So anything in the deep waters, anything unknown, unseen would be creepy as and already have sort of look to them that is frightening. They're predators. They're built like predators should be. I don't want to take this moment to demonize sharks even more because they already get enough of that. But I do like the topic of what is creepier and why. What makes something so scary. So I'm wondering now, if you were to see a large great white, let's see, how many feet are we talking? 25 feet or
No,
so?
please speak in international unit system, Arthur.
Metric, please.
Metric. Okay, so you guys translate. You don't.
I
7
have so much
meters.
trouble with them.
An average
I'm
great
just not
white
used
is
to using
4
it.
meters. So
4 meters. Thank you, Jono. So we got a 4 meter great white, and then we have a meg, which would be
20,
20 meters, right?
15/20.
20. Okay. So let's say about 20 meters, because we're looking at large ones here. Would that be that much more?
18 meters.
Okay, let's say your body's in the water, you're swimming, you're kind of in the deep end, so you're doing your thing to stay afloat, and you have this large white shark under you or a meg. In this scenario, would you imagine seeing the meg or a meg shark fin that much more frightening? What would be the difference mentally? I'm trying to pinpoint where I'm at mentally
Now,
with this.
if we are talking a regular mech, just nobody care, just a mech from a purely scientific point of view of it's a big shark,
Mm-hmm.
unless there's something that have been done to provoke the creature, or I have definitely been thrown into the water due to I would never go into the water with any chance of a ginormous shark nearby.
You're right. I
The
guess
thing
what I'm saying is both would be scary. With the white, at
Yes.
least we know the reality of it. With the meg, there would be confusion. I guess I'm asking is, would experiencing a meg would it be that much scarier? What would be going through your mind? Because we have to think of how it would consume you too, if it would, or just attack you. If a white would attack you, we
Well,
can
here's the
understand that. But a
thing.
Meg, that's a whole nother thing. It would kind of just gulp you up.
That's the thing in detail. The book describes how it reacts towards smaller things. It has an instinctual desire to hunt. And if I were in the water with a megalodon from the Mech book series by Steve Alton, I probably would die because that is the logic of this creature. It kills unrelentingly. It has an built-in killing sense, as basically it has to defend its domain from everything. It is the perfect movie monster. And we also have the case of human nature in this case. I should explain.
Perfect.
We
Give me the
have
cue.
I read a book recently called The Tiger by John Vallant, I think. Yes, Vallant. It goes into about a tiger. I know, completely different topic, but it has a fun part about the human psychology too. About we as humans learn to live with a certain fear of something that would keep us alive from that could be something terrible out there, not just in the forest, not just in the water, and somehow the big open sea is a lot worse to many people because it's like being in the air, but it could come from every direction. You wouldn't be able to see it, you wouldn't be able to understand it, and you most certainly wouldn't be able to outswim it. And that is terror. That is helplessness, yes?
Is there any way, if one of these megalodons happened to be in the water and you weren't nearby, is there any way you could avoid?
Well, the thing is that I cannot remember the name of the Ampullaria Luisini, something like that. It has an organ that detects electrical impulses in the water. It would pick up my heartbeat if I were in the water. It would know I was there. It could hear me splashing the surface. It would feel my presence.
If other creatures were around, would it might it be distracted by those other creatures and hunt them instead, or would
Oh,
hunt?
certainly. I mean, if I know I could get away, and the other people. The thing is, if there's other things in the water, that depends on what. It can tell apart non-organic things, edible things, most cases, but it will actively hunt things in the water. So if I suddenly start paddling away, like my life depended on it, I might actually just die. But there is a description in I think the 5th book about how one of them just sits still on the surfboard and just slowly raises herself out of the water and just peacefully, nothing. It crunches the surfboard afterwards, but hey,
I see.
just
So it's still affected by that running away prey type situation. It's going to stimulate
it's not
it like
running
most
away.
predator.
It's instinctual
Yes.
reaction towards everything. I mean, organic things mostly. Probably. It has also some cases of attacking. What's it called? One of the book. I think it's the 4th one. There's about 6 books in this series, and I've read all of them through audiobook.
Got some
It also
watery.
says that it attacked galleons. There were some specimens of these creatures that attacked galleons in ancient times and sank them in a certain area in the Philippines, I think. This correlates with the fact that they believed it was the same sound that whales made, whales that it used to hunt. And this triggered a reaction of which would cause it to attack it and sing it.
We got
Yes.
some interesting talk over on the YouTube chat as well. Raincrawler said, not Raincrawler, Louis. By the way, welcome everybody on YouTube. Louis said, where do I see that? Oh, Louis said, wow, man, I had a close encounter with a shark. Everyone was saying shark, and I was like, no, it's a dolphin. But I was wrong, and luckily I made it to shore in time. Louis, if you can elaborate on that over on the YouTube chat a little bit, I'd like to read into that a little bit more. That's pretty wild, because usually it's the opposite that happens. People freak out, and it is just a dolphin. I'm just wondering how big it was, and yeah, what the situation was. That's a rare encounter. So interesting. I remember swimming once, and I have tiger shark. Horror Show also said I'm more scared of sharks than gators. People, you should be scared of many things more than gators. Now, gators, I mean alligators specifically. We're talking about saltwater crocodiles of Australia. I'd probably fear that quite a bit more than any random shark. But then again, it depends. But yeah, those are much more aggressive. Alligators are generally not very aggressive to all that type of prey. Whereas with the other crocodilians, humanoid type creatures or size of creature would be. Some of them. Anyway, bad day at the beach. There were dolphins earlier that day. Oh, I see. So there were dolphins earlier, and then the shark showed up. That's pretty wild. But what did you see, Louis? That's what an encounter. I mean, did you see the fin? Did you see it going around you, or did you just hear people seeing it, but you didn't actually see yourself, and you were out in the water? How did you feel after you found that out? Yeah. My dad was out one time at the beach like that and swimming about, and he saw a fin, and he freaked out and, swam as fast as he possibly could to shore, and then later found out it was a dolphin. Hell. So again, sharks, I think we all here kind of understand sharks are bad guy that moves. So, but that's not going to take away out there alone in the water. It's the same thing with a bear or encountering any large creature like that. Carnivorous. You know the rules, you know the statistics, you know what you've learned, but when you're out there, especially alone in that moment, none of us can deny the situation because we are dealing. We don't deal with normally. Again, it's the unknown that peaks that fear first, and then everything follows along.
No, the fact of the matter is that when when we're dealing with sharks, but every other apex predator, we just have to learn that we are in their territory, and they're in their environment. They are the apex there. We are just, I don't say visitors, but we don't rule their world. That's sharks are, yes, sharks are apex predators.
Well, the
Well,
thing
sharks
is
still
that
are, bro.
the reason why we
Guess
live in the position we do now is because we learned from the horrible things that these creatures could do to us, and this is
right, the possibility.
mentally programmed, so to speak.
Well,
We are fighting instincts built over thousands of years that are simply meant to keep ourselves alive and away from these dangerous animals.
in a way, it's very relatable, and I don't want to
Yeah.
mention this, but I think it's very relatable in the situation to this virus going on. We know of its possibility. We know of the possibility of what a shark can do to us. We know of the possibility this virus can do to us. Although the statistics are very low, it's still the knowledge of what is possible, and we're naturally going to jump to that conclusion first of what can be the worst situation. It's very rare in both of these cases, but I think they are pretty relatable. So, okay, since C was here, we never know when you might drop out and get tired there, C. Or in the other realm.
I think I'll go
realm of
now,
machine.
so I can manage to say goodbye at least, and not just sit here for the rest of tomorrow listening to me snoring.
No worries. Thank you, Steve, for
You
being
have a
here.
good time.
I'll talk to you a little bit more about
Thank you.
tabletop and see if you can guide me there. We'll figure something out. By the way, Steve, before you
Alright.
go, if I am able to run something, a board game here on one of these Saturdays, would you like to join in?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I have a lot of things going on in the weekend
Commitments.
Saturday, as I have people everywhere, and I
Gotcha.
finally got some of my friends finally got internet again, and I need to have catching up with some of them. I can't promise anything.
Okay. No worries. Cool. Take care, Steve.
Speaking of games, also
Talk to you later.
games, I'd like to see you start streaming on Twitch again, and I'd love to see, live play, like do a Twitch play of Doom Eternal, because I think you would enjoy it. Of
So,
course, if you don't have the money, it's understandable. I don't want to
Right,
force
right.
you into
No. Arthur has billions due to YouTube monetization.
Ah, thank you, John.
No, that's life, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It would actually be a great, being a YouTube celebrity actor right now would be a great career, only because it's one of those few careers where you could work from home entirely.
Yep.
And if you're not like eating out or anything, you're saving a lot of money. So it might not, so that huge loss of revenue from a lot of your videos getting demonetized, as long as some of them are monetized, it might not matter that much, because you wouldn't be spending anywhere near as much money right now as bowling.
No, that's a good point, Gargamel, and we'll see where that goes. Everything's got a double edge, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious. Very curious. I'm sure many of us are, the older we are, even. Yeah, we'll see. I guess the game is out already, so I didn't know when the game was coming out or anything. But as Pro said, no, Arthur will stream.
In California, it was coming out here on the 19th and late in the evening, and that's when I
19th,
first started playing it.
If that would be a thing that I do, I would jump on it. But since I'm not a game streamer, I know thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of YouTubers and streamers will get on when they
I
first get.
understand.
But so as far as that, I mean, I'm not.
But you could just,
That
I just enjoy watching you Twitch streaming it. You
Yeah.
wouldn't even have to
Um,
make a video on it necessarily here on YouTube.
I'm
I
always-
just thought it would be fun to enjoy your watch. And I think you would enjoy it,
yeah.
assuming you like that type of game.
No, I'm always thinking about it. I'm always thinking about streaming a game and when and if, or I don't know. Gargamel. I mean, I'm talking about streaming games in general again, and it's more time.
Well, there's
than
also another
anything.
one that's there's also another one that's, I know this is unrelated to Sharks again, but there's also another one that's kind of like if someone made Dungeons and Dragons into this is like the closest thing you're gonna get to a simulated Dungeons and Dragons game with
Arthur,
like a
please
DM,
stream
it's
Animal
called-
Crossing New Horizons.
Toronto,
it's called
don't do that.
Wildermyth, and it's like a turn-based like RPG game that has a lot of story in it, and it's like a lot of it's like randomly generated. And I think you would like it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, what is it called again? What did you mention?
Wildermyth.
Okay.
Turn-based
A lot of
RPG,
stuff out there.
video game that's got
Um,
like a lot of story, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of it's randomly generated.
We'll
You can
see.
also mod it very easily.
Okay, guys, moving. Nice save there, Pro, by the way. Sharks are apex here. Yeah, I mean, orcas are apex here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna get into that now because it's so undecisive. If I'm just gonna mention that quick to you guys that are closer with me here and all that. If I were full-time YouTube, which I am for the next couple weeks at least, somewhat. I have some commission work, but I mean, long term, if I know I'm gonna be full-time YouTube, I would get more into streaming and back into that. Otherwise, my time is way too divided. I just don't know when. So anyway, so we talked about the Meg. Let's move on to the next one. Let's see what you guys over on YouTube are saying, and then we're gonna continue here. Sharks coming up here. I'm more scared. Afterward, I saw a herd of tiger sharks coming toward me. I remember swimming at the beach once. horror show said. That's pretty wild. If that's true and not exaggerated at all, then yeah, that's pretty interesting. Sounds scary as hell, says Rita. Gator, you could see them coming, but with the shark, just the anticipation, the waiting, and not knowing which side he's gonna bite you. Right, and you're dealing with deeper water usually than you would with a gator or crocodilian. So again, the fear of the unknown and all that, playing a even more of a part. When it got to about 6 feet closer, its face came out. Looks like it caught a fish, and I was like, okay, it's a shark. Oh, really? Ooh. All right. What a realization, Louis. Your heart must have been pumping. Whole lot of note, but that's close. Once I went to the beach and I stood 1 hour looking at a dark spot in the water, not knowing. Right. I remember even as a child, I'd be in the swimming pool and I'd be into animals very young, and seeing anything dark in the water, your imagination just starts going there.
Yeah. Mhm.
What happens? Our imagination gets the better of us. Action figures are too expensive. Okay, last night I scared myself walking with the lights off. I accidentally I accidentally was fighting a curtain and thinking it was a ghost, but it turns out to be just a feather from a pillow was floating in the air. All right, horror. Good to know. I'm gonna watch carefully what you say. No, that's great. That's a good ending. But that just made me think of all the things we imagine in the dark too. If you're walking around a big house in darkness, you don't have to believe in anything for the fear to jump in, and that's the wildest thing with your imagination and what you're dealing with. And the more you watch wild stuff, and that's why a lot of people, older people, much older people, they don't like watching negative stuff. And not just because of that reason, kind of a random mention, but that's why is because whatever we deal with, whatever video games, I mean, it just later inhabits the mind. No matter how much we believe in it, we don't need logic to. Although that helps in overcoming fear, it sure does, but it's not always there. Logic isn't the first thing that always comes to mind. Okay, play him, blah blah blah. Arthur plays Saints Row 2. Stop it, bro. You're supposed to be only saying Dead Space. That's what I expect of you, and what I expect of you is what I want to expect of you. I want to see Arthur throw old people off bridges in Saints Row 2. All right. So Gargamel, let's see what Sharky monster you had to mention or wanted to really mention today, or in general. I mean, you've been chiming
I
in
already
here and there.
mentioned them already, although
Okay.
I did think of another one.
Okay.
There was a movie, I didn't see the movie, but I saw a review of it by Decker Shadow. I think it was called Bad CGI Sharks, and it's like basically a dark comedy horror movie. And this guy writes a script about sharks coming onto land and attacking people, and it ends up coming to life. I don't want to say anything else about it besides
Okay.
that.
What is the name of the movie?
Bad CGI Sharks.
That's the name of the movie.
It's a dark comedy horror movie.
Bad CGI sharks. Okay.
Bad CGI Sharks.
I'm assuming it's worse than Sharknado.
It's more ridiculous than Sharknado, but this is meant to be ridiculous.
I have an objection, Arthur. Sharknado is a good movie. All the sequels are. I mean,
I haven't seen it.
they're still bad movies because they are bad movies.
Are
but,
they bad good?
The problem is that for someone who has dwelt into basically all the Asylum movies, Sharknado was
Oh no, it was the sharks brought me in.
God,
If we kill him,
was the point where
The
Asylum
reality is-
understood how to make movies.
if you kill one of them, they will realize, okay, they should.
Because
I think Gargamel's
you-
talking to someone else.
if you watch any other Asylum
actually
movie
scare
prior,
them
any other movie prior to Sharknado, you realize that they're all basically just bad movies. But with Sharknado onwards, they just understood and
They will
started
suddenly flinch.
making bad movies,
once you
but
actually
with passion. So Sharknado is a good movie.
Wow. Okay. Is that going to be your thesis for your final college days?
Yes,
Okay, beautiful. I
I'm
hope
going to
you
talk about.
I hope you got an amazing
But-
career
Mm.
from your thesis on Sharknado is a
chill,
good
bud.
movie.
You'll suddenly be afraid of.
I'm also going to talk about how to destroy a
Mm.
tornado using a
Gargamel.
bomb.
Are you there?
What?
Are you talking to somebody else, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. What is it?
No, you're cutting in. I think you're talking to
Yeah,
somebody
I
else.
forgot. I forgot to shut my mic off. I'm
Oh,
sorry, I
okay.
didn't mean to.
Cool. No worries. So Jono, yes, I hope you get the career you most want because of your deep thesis. Here, Arthur, I sent my monster entry. Messenger. Cool, Louis. I'll check it out. Hopefully I don't forget. Just remind me if I start finishing the stream or before you go. I had scary moments in bad area too. In bad area too. That's so general. I had scary moments in bad area too. Haven't we all? Haven't we all? By the way, welcome Donde. Good to have you here.
Hello, guys.
Hi,
Sorry.
Gandhi. Sorry, I think I'm gonna have to go now. I want to make my lunch pretty soon.
No
I'll
worries,
see you guys
Gargamel.
later. You have a nice day.
You
Glad
too.
I was able to share something with you guys. And I
Cool,
did
yeah.
enjoy Z and some of the other presentations here.
Awesome. Take care of yourself, Gargamel.
I will.
Bye,
You guys take care of yourselves too. Get lots of hand sanitizer and
Yeah,
wash your hands often. Keep clean.
for sure.
I'm really glad I'm able to do this because I'm not going to get much outside interaction besides me and my my immediate family right now because of
Yeah.
this issue with the virus. So I'll see you
Agreed.
guys later. Bye.
Well said. Thank
Bye.
you. See ya. You made a good point there, guys. This is probably for most of us, if not all of us, the biggest kind of social moment of the week. Often it is
Yeah.
for me anyway, other than work, but I mean, especially now. So this is really nice. We can get outside of our homes and go very far and kind of interact together. Go ahead, Jono. I feel you want to continue there.
About what?
Jono?
You want me to talk now?
Okay. Well, no, I thought you were still continuing something.
No. No.
Okay. Well, I will give you a moment in a moment, but I'd like to give someone in text a chance to share. So I'm gonna call out Procrastatron, since he's quite I think enjoys this topic. Pro, what do you have to contemplate or to share on this topic of shark monsters? Give me something a little bit more monstrous, please. I know you got something. Junji Ito time. Ooh, really? He's got something with sharks. Not sure if I've seen it. Looking forward to seeing what you post. I believe Junji Ito is the adult manga writer. Adult, I mean more by scary, not. That
Yes,
just
like,
has
we
awesome
know
monstrous.
you're watching time.
That just has awesome monstrous creations and artwork. He's the one that had the person turn into a snail, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pro. I don't want to start, but I do believe that's Junji Ito. And mainly I know of him originally from Pro, and then other people have mentioned him. And yeah, definitely intriguing as far as horror goes. Get a person to read for you. Get a person to read my entry for you, says Louis. So that means it's going to be long, Louis. I'm assuming. Arthur, I shared my submission by Discord. Thank you, Rain. James Jones is on Facebook. I tried to add him. Okay. Spoilers for... Damn, well, everything you wrote is a spoiler, Pro, so I don't know if I should click on it or not.
Okay. It basically it's a spoiler.
Okay, so, Jono, since you know what it is, I'm not going to click on it. Can you just give me don't give me the spoiler. Just tell me anything. Or maybe we'll just look at this. Well, let's take a look, guys. We have this shark coming out of the water, but it's coming out more than average. It comes out and it has long, narrow, chitinous legs like that of an insect or a spider. attached to it. Freaky. And it's just coming, which is awesome to imagine. And this is kind of what I wanted to jump into more, right? Imagining and contemplating the shark. And thank you, Pro, for pushing that, as I know you do appreciate that as well. But just imagining seeing the shark coming at you in the water, and you're at the beach, and you're just like, wow, that's awesome. But you know it's not going to come out, and it just keeps going, and the mouth keeps rising above the water, and then you see it supported by these spindly legs. You don't know if it's a prank at that point, but it keeps coming, and it looks pretty scary, especially this one. Just imagine that moment, that shock that comes in when you see the shark not stopping at the rim of the water. Don't worry, I'll go away. Yeah, that needs more elaboration. But so far what I'm seeing, it's just this shark. It looks like it's combined with this thing unnaturally, like it happened after, because we see the fin of the shark and then this body of the insectoid portion of it kind of attached to it and melded in with it. Meld a word? Sometimes I make up words. Forget if they're real. Don't these things also take over other ocean creatures? Metallic legs. Oh, it's got metallic legs. Okay, I know, right? Imagine chilling on the beach and seeing that shit. Right. At first you're like, ooh, that is awesome to see. I'm getting my camera, but it keeps coming and coming and... What's next? Yeah, oh, I'm gone. The ocean starts... Oh, those two shark. I remember those toys. Who posted that? Jono did. Let's talk about the real thing. I remember those toys. I don't even know where that's from, but they had all the shark. Those look so cool when I was young. I never had one, but... Did you have one, Jono?
No.
He's so sad about it. No. They never bought me it. I wanted it until I was turned 18, and my parents never got me one. And then they stopped selling them. They were just cooks, the variety. They even had a hammerhead one.
I always say that hammerhead sharks there. They're so fucking stupid. I hate that. No, I do have some shark toys. I mean, real shark toys.
Sure.
I think like 2 or 3 great whites.
Those were cool.
Sure.
Hey, over on YouTube, if anybody has had these shark toys ever, these shark figures, let me know. They were just cool, with different colors and all that. Wait, Jono, did you just say that hammerhead sharks you think are stupid?
Yeah, I never liked them.
Wow.
They're one of my least favorite sharks. Alongside
I don't know, guys. This is one of the people that wants to be a... what do you want to be?
No, marine biologist.
Marine biologist. Yet he doesn't approve of hammerhead sharks. So, guys, when we're making that vote... and we're voting for the next marine biologist, which we don't and probably never will on this planet. But if we do ever vote, make sure you consider holding your vote for somebody else when you hear Jono speak of hammerhead sharks. I mean, yeah, they look goofy, but I love hammerhead sharks.
I will now send a tier of sharks. Just
look at that. That's awesome. Where do you see that kind of thing? The more monstrous, the better. I love it.
I don't like.
And they're big too. That's hammerheads
are
are pretty awesome.
2 great white sharks in this tier.
Good. Sometimes my monster, I noticed a lot of people making fake accounts with the name Corona, toilet paper. Okay. All sanitizer by Gargamel. Arthur shared my I don't know why furries are sending me friend requests. Blah blah blah. Treats. Okay, let's continue. You should add the furries. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. Vin Diesel used to sell street shark action figures back in the day on command. Really? I didn't know that. Just adds to that nerd in him that apparently nerd people really like about him. If you guys didn't know, in the D&D community, there's a big crush for Vin Diesel just because he plays D&D. It's kind of silly, but hey, it's just good that such a niche thing has a little bit of a hero or somebody. Okay, so thank you, Pro, for sharing that. Finally, a more monstrous shark. Even though it's not humanoid yet, but it is very monstrous, and it is Junji Ito. So awesome. Damn. I almost want to collect those. Manga. Of Anatomy of the Toy. Yeah, the Anatomy rocks. Also, Biker Mice from Mars. Okay, so continuing, let's who should we talk to now? I'll prepare someone that sent me stuff privately. Ooh, hold on. Jono posted some tier stuff. Is this your personal thing, Jono?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why. I don't
Yes.
know why are there two great whites. So I just.
I don't know how you can be a shark lover and all that, yet have even some sharks in deer class. I don't get that. Me as an animal lover, I don't think there's any shark I could have in deer or F tier. It'd just be hard for any animal for me to belong there. But anyway.
I love goblin sharks, bro.
Yes, I see that. Thank you, Jono. Thanks for pointing that out. It's right in the middle there of that pyramid. It's the highest point. So let's see what Jono has
Great
there.
white.
He's got
Great white is my favorite shark and my favorite
Goblin.
generals.
The basking shark, I think that's among my top, and definitely the whale. Wait a minute. Where's the whale shark? What the hell, Jono? You consider yourself what
tier.
now? What A tier?
What?
Oh, that's the whale
It's
shark.
like-
Okay, in the middle. Okay.
You dumb.
Sorry.
Arthur, you're dumb.
Whale shark and
That's
basking
nurse
shark. Those are an interesting comparison.
See, that's a basking shark.
Yeah, those are so awesome to compare. The basking shark and whale shark. The basking is just so cool. It's just so unique. Whale is, well, it is what it is. It's beautiful. Is that a Mako next to it? In A?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a use.
Big mouth, treasure shark, white and black fin. What's the English for verdesca? I don't know. Then there's the sand tiger shark. And funny thing is that basically the sand tiger shark in Italian is squalo toro, which means bull shark, and the bull shark
Oh, I see.
is squalo leuca.
So it's different than the bull shark in English.
Yeah, the bull shark is
Yeah, so confusion.
squalo dello zambetto.
No,
Yeah, bull shark is probably even more aggressive than the great white.
right.
fact
And
that
would
can
you say
go
tiger
into
is more
freshwater.
aggressive than both?
No, I think
No.
that tiger sharks basically they just eat everything. They literally
Right.
they eat trash, etc. But
They're very opportunistic
think that-
figures.
the fact that they're oceanic. I mean, they live in hot water, etc. I think it's easier for like great white or a bull shark to.
Okay, John, I don't want to go on this too long since it's not monstrous, but, well, it is somewhat monstrous. But I do want to go with you and just list off the sharks real quick. So from left to right, we have in
Wait
S.
a second.
So we have, and go slowly. So we have the great white, right, as the first one on S. Jono, this is your time to shine. Oh boy, he's got some real life things. His microphone went off. He got attacked by a shark. Finally.
No, by my
Oh
father.
crap.
No, I'm back.
Okay, Jono, so if you can quickly list them off, let's go by tier. So from S tier, from left to right, what do we have there?
Okay, we had the great white. I don't know why it was. There were two great whites in this.
You just love them so much. Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Then there's the goblin shark, tiger, Greenland sharks. I love Greenland sharks.
Why?
Um,
I'm just going to ask about that
whale,
one.
basking, big mouth, treasure, white and black fin. Let me
Hold on.
bull shark?
Slow down, because I need to circle these with my mouse. You said the green reef, or what was it? The last one on S tier. Why do you like that one? Because it looks so different than the others.
Greenland shark.
Yes.
Because they are the longest living beings on the planet.
Okay. I was thinking
that
that one on B would be old. Okay.
That shark can live up to 600 years.
Oh, so it just lives a long time. That's awesome. 600 years. There you go, folks. When you're creating that shark monster.
They reach sexual maturity at 200 years,
Oh,
150.
200
yeah.
years, guys, before it can actually breed. That is crazy. I'm just so amazed that we still have it in our oceans with
Yeah, because they live in the Arctic circle, so it's basically
good.
impossible.
Luckily for
Only-
them. Luckily for them.
Only the tribes there hunt them, but it's still rare.
Right.
It's easier to find them on the shore.
Cool.
Uh,
Okay, Jono, so A tier we have left to right. What do we have again?
Okay, Mako,
Mako.
whale and basking.
Whale and basking
Then
shark.
there's the big mouth
shark.
shark. He lives in the abyss.
Does this one
Pressure
live
shark.
for a long time too?
Let me check. I don't so big mouth.
I'm just judging
mouth.
from the way it looks. It looks kind of a little similar
Well,
to that other one.
Yeah, we still have to remember that sharks have been living on this planet for like 4 times we have lived. They basically haven't evolved that much. Description.
Okay.
Behavior, reproduction, discovery known specimens.
For a show
Um,
that I tried to eat shark once.
Also because sharks do live.
Okay, Jono, so what's the second one on B tier?
Treasure shark.
Treasure shark, cool, yes, those are cool. Next one?
White and blackfin shark.
White and blackfin, okay, next.
Blue shark.
Blue shark, got you. Next.
Another funny thing, in Italian, blue shark is called verdesca, which verde means green.
Green, right.
And yet it's blue. So
that's funny. Okay.
And then there's the
E tier.
sand tiger shark.
Sand tiger, there we go.
Nursing tiger shark.
The nurse shark.
No, don't ask me the name of the 3 because I don't know them in English.
Okay.
It should be, I think, Palombo, Gattuso, and submarine shark.
Rare
I don't
name.
remember the
Okay.
name of that.
And then D tier.
D tier we have that shark. I think it's still a nurse shark. I actually haven't figured out from the photo, so I just put it there because then the hammerhead and the leopard shark.
Okay.
Actually, of course, a lot of shark species are missing, but we have more than 500 species of sharks. So
there you go, 500 over people. So yeah, there's hundreds of more sharks that aren't on this list. For those of you that ever saw a shark or go to the aquarium and you see a shark, usually what aquariums have are nurse sharks, because they grow rather big compared to some of the sharks they keep in captivity. Yet they're not aggressive at all to humans. You'll see divers feeding them from hand. So those are
the most common sharks in captivity, and actually the only one they have are white and blackfin, and hammerhead, sand tiger sharks, and nurse sharks. That's basically it. There are those big aquariums that also have the whale shark, but it's impossible to keep any other shark in captivity. I mean,
right. And I don't even think they own the whale shark. They just have the tunnel underwater so you can see it sometimes.
No. They have it.
They have one. Oh.
Yeah, they have this giant tank where they.
I mean, I've seen pictures of it, but I didn't know that was. No, I've never seen. When I was younger in South Africa, was an awesome aquarium there in Durban. Please let me know if you've ever gone to that aquarium, because my entire life I've been thinking about 2 things in Durban. Is that aquarium still there, and is the snake park still there? And I think the snake park's been out. But the one in Durban, now the one in Cape Town, Pro is posting, has a snaggletooth shark. So again, guys, a lot of these sharks do look intimidating. Nurse sharks, all of them, because their teeth are right there. I mean, they're predators after all, but they are not very aggressive at all.
Snaggletooth shark or fossil shark.
Look at those whale sharks, 2 out of. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. That's one of my dreams, to be able to swim with a whale shark.
Are you sure that's a snaggletooth, Pro? It looks more like a sand tiger shark. Also because, as far as I am seeing here on the internet,
Yeah, pro.
Snaggletooth.
Come on, pro. You
Snaggletooth
can't have
are
two
way
mess
rarer,
ups in one monster cast.
uh,
Jono's on it. Jono's on it, pro. You better get it right now, pro.
The difference.
After you. So cool, and that's that ancient one. Okay, so that was Jono's little list, which I think is very important as we're discussing shark monsters. I want to just keep going on it. Sharks are so fascinating, and the different species and their evolution and everything. Yeah, and that's another thing, guys. If you're going to aquariums and you're expecting to see like some, renowned sharks, you're not gonna see them. It's very rare to see the big hammerhead sharks. I've seen the smaller species of kind of like hammerhead.
Of course they keep the smallest piece.
But
they don't keep the giant.
Yeah, to see a hammerhead or to see a white shark or to even see a tiger shark is very rare.
No.
In a lot of aquariums.
I mean, they have tried, of course, to keep white sharks in activity, but all the times they tried, they all died after just a few days because they just refused to eat. Because sharks are, especially those giant sharks, are very territorial.
They're emotional, like John Hamm.
Yeah. Basically, not only they strip them off of their territory, they basically put them in a glass tank. They don't have freedom to move, etc. And while other sharks, like the sand tiger shark, the white and black fin, are more chill. They, I mean, they're still entrapped basically, but I mean, they can live in it.
Yeah, they can.
But yeah, a great white shark.
There's different survival.
I mean, even in a shitty movie like Jaws 3, we see that. We see they try to capture the shark and he ends up dying.
That's important to know, guys, because I always wonder why I'm not seeing a white shark, at aquariums. And there you have it. That's why. So just if you see any shark over, let's say, 7 feet, consider yourself not lucky. Appreciate it. Don't just be looking out for those renowned ones because you're most likely never gonna see them up close like that. A lot of them. That said, I forgot what the large ones last time that I saw. One of them were nurse sharks, and another one was, I think it might have been black tip or white tip. I don't remember. But they were rather big. They were pretty big. And it's just intimidating to be next to an animal that's bigger than you. I mean, being next to a horse is intimidating. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just this huge breathing, moving thing.
Their neck is broken.
There we go. Hence, Tyrannid's rock. You gotta appreciate the hammerhead. There you go, Dio. You gotta appreciate the hammer. Dio put it at God tier. I'm putting it at tier. God tier. Just in spite of Jono. My ass off that. Dolphin. He did put dolphin. All right. Let's continue then. Being next to Arthur is intimidating. Being next to myself is intimidating. Since I can't handle mirrors well. All right, Vin Diesel, blah, blah, blah. Let's catch up over on YouTube and move this along. We don't know much about the megamouth shark. It lives in very deep water, Rita says. And very... Megamouth. Oh, yeah, that's... swallowed a naval ship anchor. Really? It swallowed a naval ship anchor. The megamouth shark. Can somebody post a picture of a megamouth shark? Let's take a look at that. I have OC with shark DNA. He was experiment fuse on a cybernetic chainsaw arm. But harmless. Yeah, a lot of them are just all teeth but harmless. Yep, there's a lot like that. That doesn't mean if it bites you it wouldn't hurt. I mean, sure it would, but it would be a very rare case that it would. It's like snakes, or snakes will very rarely, depends on the snake type, very rarely bite. He got arrested. Imagine cows become. Now, I did have an ex one time that thought sharks were sexy. I did mention that once, and let's move along now. There it is. Interesting looking shark. Look at those small serrated teeth. or serrated jaws because the teeth look a single bone. Look, the pro shark of the sea. Yeah, he takes care of his teeth. So that's a megamouth. Interesting. What tier is that on for you, Jono?
Which one?
The megamouth shark.
I put it in B. First place.
B.
of
That's
the-
pretty good.
the B
That's
tag.
pretty good. Remember, Jono is the guy that put a hammerhead head in D.
I hate hammerhead shark. Okay, I
But
don't
he
like
didn't
them.
he didn't make an F tier, so that's good. So he's still kind of a marine biologist, marine animal lover, kind of. We can't say he's completely because he put a hammerhead in D still. I'm sorry, John. I'm kidding. I'm just getting you back for everything you ever do to me in life. Okay, so how dare you? I hate you, John. Says Pro. Don't worry, Pro. I already hate myself. Oh, such a John Ham. Don't worry, Pro. I already hate myself. Hammerheads are cool. They have an interesting head like a hammer. Very elaborate, Dande, but I totally agree with that. Moving along. Jono, did you have a shark monster that you already shared or will share?
Okay, I will start with
I think Jono deserves the
Uh,
harp sometimes too, just as Z does.
I-
Let's see
I
how it
will
works.
start with the OG itself, himself.
So far, so good.
Bruce the shark. The fuck is this? That wasn't supposed to happen. This one. Yeah. The Bruce the shark,
Awesome
real
deal.
one, the original. I mean, it's not a monster, of course, but it's still a great white shark that's twice the size of an actual one. In the movie, it's said to be.
Now, Jono, we
big
gotta
with
help
this-
the sharks. So it was a monster because it didn't act like a real shark. Let's not
No,
demonize it.
absolutely, yeah. I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
the movie not much. The book, yes. Because the movie also has the criticism towards the authority that don't care about the people just getting eaten by sharks. It's just an animal. I mean, it happened to eat people, but it was still an animal. Yes, there are people like Queen, Robert Shaw, that also they say okay, sharks are all bad, but there are also characters like Cooper who says no, they're just animals and they don't deserve to die. Yeah, it's a monster because it's humans and doesn't act like a normal shark, but I mean it's still an animal. If we have to go into the more monstrous sharks, we can start with I will. I have a few picks for today. For example, why do you think they have called him like that? But yeah, that's the movie that I was talking about.
Darkman.
Pro when Dande say that sharks go on land to breed with human females. Then there's of course the mega shark from the Asylum movies. And when I talk about bad movies, bad shark movies, it's damn mega shark versus giant. That movie is shit, like pure shit. But as the series went on, because they did like Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus, Mega Shark versus Mecha Shark. I mean, there are like as many movies as Godzilla movies for the Mega Shark tier. But there's also the also one of the OGs because it's kind of an old movie now.
What do you guys on YouTube say? Harp or no harp?
But yeah, I kind of have a lot of picks for today's one because there are so many. Unfortunately, there are so many bad shark movies that like I go on. For example, there's a movie called Dino Shark. This thing exists, but
Damn it, there's such cool like monster ideas, but the movie's so bad that it destroys the idea itself.
ice sharks.
Okay. Thank you for that moment with
I mean-
Jono.
I mean, you name it. There's a shark. Piranha shark, magma sharks, Nazi sharks.
Ice sharks.
It's-
I wish with these movies, I mean, they're crap. We know the effects are going to be crap. But as long as, like, at least we see it, that would be nice. But what makes the crappy movie even worse is when they have this cool shark idea. We know it's going to be silly. But then in the movie, we barely even see the shit. I mean, if it's going to be crap, let's see it as much as possible because it's at least it's going to be fun. It's still a cool concept, just not well presented. But if it's like a cool concept, it's crap CGI or whatever effects, and then we barely see it.
There it
It's
is.
like it's really, really
The
that's
unholy,
top
the
tier bad.
unholy list.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Jono. So
I
in
forgot
short,
about-
I want to ask you. By the way, guys, last time during our after hours, our little after our party after the Monstercast, we did talk about good, bad shark movies and why and what. It was an interesting discussion. I don't want to get into it again as we should move it along. But, Jono, I'm going to ask you real quick. I know you consider Jaws the best shark movie. Okay.
I think it's
As
the
far
only
as
good
horror
one.
movie, we're not talking documentary movie. But, Jono, I'd like to know which of these other outrageous, crazy monster shark movies you find the best and like just most enjoyable. I don't want you to be sarcastic. Just like truly tell me which
That's
one
all-
is
the
just
the
bad, but it's
Sharknado
really
series.
good, just fun. Which one?
The Sharknado series.
What's that?
Because they're at least Sharknado. Because at least they're
Sharknado.
enjoyable.
At least what?
At least it's enjoyable.
It's enjoyable. Okay, so none of these other ones like Sharktopus,
Octopus.
or Sharkman. I mean, those look like pretty cool monster concepts. Do they have anything cool in the movie? Do we see the monster enough?
No, we see it, but Sharkman. That if you look at the cover for that pro, um, if you can post it again, let's search for the actual monster. because
Six-headed shark
That's
attack.
something. That's something. Okay, I have to go bit in deep with bit of lore here because this is the Sharkman from the Sharkman.
That actually
Yes.
looks pretty fun. I don't know
Um,
how the hell it
but the
connects
movies,
with
like,
the
very bad.
cover.
Like,
How does that relate? How does the cover relate with that? I mean, do we have two completely different artists that don't know what's going on
But-
with the movie?
the problem is that this movie fuck, casa di produzione, okay, production house, just translated from Italian. They have made like
Don't try to be
lots
cute,
of
Jono.
this type of movies, like this Snake Man. it's the same cover. Basically, yeah, they made all of this movie.
But I mean, that
with
looks like
mixed-
practical effects. That one you posted is actually pretty cool looking. It looks goofy, but it's practical. It looks
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the
Pretty
only one. And side note, there's no Snake Man in that movie. There's a giant snake.
terrible.
But okay, yeah, probably the prop suit is the only good thing about the movie. But
Yeah,
trust me,
it does
this
look
shit-
good.
Pro, I agree with you. I'm really curious about that Sharkman one because that does look cool. That costume is.
But trust me, don't watch the movie. The movie is not.
I have to,
not-
Jono. It looks more intriguing than
No.
Sharknado.
No. No.
I
Trust me,
would
no,
too,
the
bro.
movie is boring. The shark isn't even the true villain.
Oh no, they screwed it up that bad. Okay, house, house shark. Such a shit attempt. Okay, costume over movie. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking, Don. Okay,
Such a
okay, that's
shame
enough
that-
from Jono. What's that,
Wait,
Donde?
I have one last.
Uh-oh. So, Jono recommends Sharknado, everybody, if you want to see some outrageous shark monster movie.
Maybe not the first one because the first still is the worst of the series for sure. Because
Sky sharks.
sorry, I'm drinking tea. The problem with Asylum is that all the movies up until Sharknado, they were serious. They were seriously trying to make good
Oh, really?
movies and failing every time. Um, After Sharknado, they understood. No, okay, we can't go on because we can't do good movies, and they started doing trash movies. Damn, Sharknado from 2 to 6 are very funny. Like are funny as hell. So yeah, at least watch the Sharknado series because in my
Gotcha.
opinion, it's the only shark movies
Sharkenster.
that can that
Could
are
be
on the same
Sharkenstein.
tier as Jaws. I mean, of
So
course,
stupid.
not
They put the
quality
like
quality.
rocket. I mean the jets in the background too, just to make it more intense. It's so retarded. In the submarine.
And of course, in Sky Sharks, there are Nazis that I already posted on.
If you guys have watched my video of all the werewolves ever movies, then you should know how bad movies can get. I think that big video of mine definitely presents
should-
examples of how bad movies can get. So if you think they can't get any
This
worse,
looks like
they can.
this looks like a 2004 game. Look at this shit. I watched this movie once.
Super Shark.
It's very bad.
Okay. You feel it's worse than watching a bad YouTube video. When you watch one of these movies, you just feel your soul drained. You feel like you've had
How could I
50
forget?
orgasms that you didn't enjoy
Okay.
one of. That's just how your body feels after.
Okay, I forgot about one movie that actually is good.
Okay.
This
Here we go. Deep Blue Sea.
It's a good movie. I love Deep Blue
You like
Sea.
that one?
I mean,
Okay. Fair enough.
It's in the
It's a
middle
smarter
between
movie.
Jaws and Sharknado. There are only 3 good shark movies. I mean,
Yeah.
9 if you count all the Sharknado series.
I have to watch that one again. Pros are liking it a lot, so alright. Okay.
And yet,
Shark
last thing ever.
Brains
I have
good.
to say that yes,
Nice, Louis.
yeah, they also did Shark versus Pteracuda, which is a mix between a pterodon and a barracuda. The fact is that silly shark movies like Sharknado or Shark Octopus are way better than serious shark movies, aside from Jaws, because all the serious shark movies try to rip off from Jaws. That's the problem.
Right. Okay, I'm going to share on behalf of Louis Zenadog over on YouTube, and here we go. If anybody wants to read it, please go ahead. If you don't, then I will. Give you that moment to see if...
For today's Monstercast, I bring you Peter Benchley's Creature, a half-human, half-great white shark hybrid created in a laboratory in an effort to find a cure for cancer. Though it had a small human-like limbs, it escaped the laboratory. It was kept and it made its way out to the nearby water. It began attacking villagers and sharks alike, and it grew in infamy. It was thought to have been a regular great white doing all the killing, but was later found out it was wounded during a hunt by the people and arrested, entering a state of hibernation where it grew lungs and its human-like limbs grew to accommodate its size. Then it made its way into the island to continue its hunt. After more bodies turned up, the villagers began the hunt once again, and the man responsible for its creation joined in. He eventually got it to follow him like a child to its father into a compression chamber, sacrificing himself with his creation.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you very much, Dande, for reading that. I bring Peter. So where is this from? Peter Benchley's Creature. Half human, half great.
Peter Benchley is the one that wrote Jaws.
Oh, and here's an image that Louis posted. Thank you, Louis. That's a great share. I'm gonna give you a watermelon. I recommend everybody give the watermelon to Louis as well. Here, there you go. Everybody, watermelon Louis for sharing that, and watermelon his image as well. There we go. Watermelons for Louis.
You are getting those melons, are fair.
No
I'm going to remove those reactions from because I can.
reactions. Almost human. It just has had gills. So that's a movie. Okay, let's take a look at that. That looks pretty cool. I'll accept that. I'll allow it. Peter Benchley, and this is the concept art. cool. It definitely looks different than a lot of other humanoid shark concept art. It's more like hybrid. It has the fishy tail. It's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept.
It's kind of funny because Peter Benchley also wrote Jaws.
Really? Wait a minute. This is getting deeper now.
Peter
What
Benchley.
movie are we talking? This is a movie, right? Or is it just a script or story?
Book, and then movie.
Okay, what's the name of it? What's the name of this Peter Benchley book or movie? Anybody know?
I think
Come on,
both
guy.
the movie and the book are. It's called Creature.
What's the title? What's the title of this
The
movie?
novel is White Shark by JMPF.
It
Donna,
was
what-
originally called White Shark, then they changed it to Creature.
White Shark, then Creature. This one looks cool. It looks. I don't know if that's CGI. If it's CGI, it has to be CGI. But it looks pretty well done. That costume right there. I am intrigued. I think the Shark Man that Pro posted, Sharknado, and this one, I definitely want to check the. Jono, have you seen this one?
Creature, no.
Donde, have you?
No.
Pro, have you? Okay, guys, I think this is a must. Sharknado, Sharkman, even though, yeah, Sharkman sucks, but at least see it for the special
You
effects.
can avoid Sharkman and suggest you watch Jaws, Deep Blue Sea.
But Creature, and yeah, Deep Blue Sea,
Sharknado.
Jaws, of course. But this one's got me intrigued. What do you guys think over on YouTube? Deep Blue Sea is actually really cool. I'd like to see its prequel to Jaws. Okay, you can imagine that as a prequel to Jaws. I thought Battle Earth movie was better. Hellboy miniseries Creature. Oh, I want that shark art.
Unfortunately, there is a Deep Blue Sea.
The shark art is
it came
okay, but the shark itself, in this little image, I want to see more. Maybe it's not that cool, but here it looks really awesome. Look at the ribbed kind of design, the musculature, and I don't know. That looks pretty awesome. It looks tough. It looks a little fake here. What's going on here or something? I don't know. Okay, let's move on. We got Jono's superhero, the Hammerhead Batman. Hammerhead Man. Just a thank you deal for posting that. Just waiting for this to happen. I guess that's Sharknado, those sharks falling on the guy. That does look kind of fun. That they're just literally just sharks falling. Shout out to DC's King Shark. There's a movie called I forgot exactly. It's like Big Freaking Spider or something. It's got this
Yeah.
generic name, but it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty fun. I mean, of course, it is what it is. It's one of those goofy monster movies, but it's like done all the way. You know, it's not half-ass, just crap. Yeah. So I guess you saw it too, Jono. The book is watch the Sharkman and it worsens his lumbago. Thanks, Donde. Thanks for jumping on that boat. Just cause the movie tries to act self-aware doesn't make it any less awful, Jono. Okay, all right. What else we got here? Yeah. Is JMPF still here? He is. Okay. JMPF's been quiet. Good. Still here though. That's it. Wait, that is JMPF, right? Jinxed. Okay, that. Cool. Yes, I use my power of mind reading. Okay, let's catch up here. So thank you, Louis, for sharing that. I gave you a bunch of watermelons for that. I hope everybody else did. If you didn't, make sure you scroll up and give Louis those watermelons for his shares.
But you're keeping them, Arthur.
There we go.
Until Louis joins.
No, I will transfer them to Louis later. Don't worry.
Yeah. I am still waiting for Louis to join this Discord so that I can
He has, but he
give
left,
him-
I think.
for the John Hogan Monster.
Louis an adult. He doesn't belong in this Discord. Remember?
I am adult too, Arthur.
Then get
You
out
can
of here
hear.
because you're in the wrong place. What's a mini-series called? Oh, it's a mini-series called Peter Benchley's Creature. It's not a bad view. Really? That's a mini-series. Okay, guys, everybody, Peter Benchley's Creature, check it out. It's a mini-series. Oh, that's practically a movie. But I'm Googling, searching it. Sweet. Thank you, Louis. Okay, we still got to share for Rain. Let's go to someone in Discord. Darth. Do you have anything for us today, Darth? Any SCP that pro shook out of you? Got some good shares today so far. Hoping for more shark eye candy, monster shark eye candy. Not too much of that, but some cool and funny ideas. I feel like this practical one here. That's pretty cool looking. Looks pretty realistic too. Okay, what does he have? There is no shark SCP. I don't believe it. 5,000 SCPs, no shark related one? That's crazy. Better write one up. Darth. Not my fault. Theo's a dum-dum. Let's see. I try speaking and everybody interrupts me. Aw, JMPF. I know, it's hard. But I always try to help you out, JMPF. As soon as I hear your voice, I shut everybody up. Don't worry. If you want to say something, you'll get through. I'll make sure of it.
It's not shark related, but this is the Asylum Moby Dick.
All right, Jono, that's enough out of you. You're done. You're done for today. So Darth, you don't have anything? It doesn't have to be SCP, Darth. Just anything you wanted to share? Okay. If not, nope. Okay. Thank you, Darth.
Yeah, that doesn't want to talk about the new Nado from Sharknado 5. Was it?
I'm going to take a little voice break and hand it over and see if Donde... Oh, Donde, take this moment to shout out your next art challenge, your Monster Maker challenge. We got a new Monster Maker challenge on Discord for artists and creators. So, Donde, take it away, if you may.
The next Monster Maker challenge is small monsters, so anything small related. And we'll share it on, I think, April 3rd. The Friday of April, the first week of, or the beginning of April.
Okay, beginning of April, it's due, guys. So
April 3rd, and then we'll share it on the Monstercast on April 4th.
Tiny monster, guys. So anything to go with that. You can be abstract with that idea. You can be literal, tiny, small monsters. You can do a write-up. You can do artwork. You can do whatever you want. You can even make music, write a song about it, Jono, about a tiny monster.
I am lazy.
And share it.
I mean,
with Dante.
Agalok song counts, right? Because he is short.
You can always share it, guys, in the Creating Monsters cavern here, or send it to Donde, whichever. There's always a way to share it. If you don't know, ask somebody in Discord. Everybody's very helpful most of the time. I want to shout out that your video, Jono, well, not your video, but the Monstercast with John Ham Monsters got over 100 views, I think, which is unnatural for our Monstercast. Why?
If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Kidao, aside from that,
using last names,
an artificial environment video, like six or seven views. The two most viewed video on the Voices of the Monsters challenge are the one where I play guitar, and the other is the John Monstercast.
What are you saying, Jono? Jono, clear your tongue up, untangle it, and tell me clearly what you're trying to say to me.
Okay, let's go to the Voice of the Monsterhood, the channel.
What is he talking about?
Let's see popular videos.
Uh-huh.
Okay, there's how to create a freshwater ecosystem, and has
Thank you. You're welcome.
742 views. Then there's my video of me playing guitar that has 109 views.
That's
and
number
the
2, I think.
Monstercast that has 109 views.
What the hell? Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
See, even Jono doesn't know why. Why does the John Ham Monsters Monstercast have more views than like our vampire one or something?
Because it was the best Monstercast we have ever.
You know what? I think we have someone here that's experienced and knows the answer. JMPF. JMPF, I'm asking you. You as a friend, you as the researcher, the archiver here. Tell me, JMPF, why the John Ham Monsters episode has more views than all our other monster casts.
Remember, Arthur. This is us pondering about the meaning of the Kidabash.
Wow, that's a nice meme. I haven't seen that one yet. That is beautiful. I don't know what's going on there, but that's a moment in the monsterhood right there.
We are
Me,
pondering
Jono,
about
Pro.
the meaning of the Kidabash.
JMPF, I couldn't hear you if you did speak. If you have an answer. I can't hear you, JMPF. Okay. Anyway. Enough. There we go. Can anybody hear him? Is he very quiet? See what you guys did to him? You took his voice away. Oh, I think I heard him. Okay, I heard you, JMPF. Not sure what you said. Uh-huh.
I say I think people got curious where it was about. What monsters could John Hamm be related to?
Right. So out of curiosity. So that's it, Jono. Out of curiosity, okay? Don't get
No.
puffed up over there like a puffer fish.
No, it's because people were okay. Yeah,
I was thinking John Hamm.
No, let me finish out. It could be out of curiosity, but if it was only for
Taking
that,
names.
people who left immediately, and yet
Oh,
people
crap.
stayed and talk about John Hogan or John Hamm.
We forever changed how you say that name. So
John Hogan.
I think what happened is John Hamm found the video and he just started rewatching it and watching every detail. But what I'm
Most
afraid
likely.
of is what Louis said, because Louis said John Hamm was taking names. So that's scary. I think he's recording the names, the addresses, and crap.
It's gonna take a while for him to find me. I am himself, and he is myself.
That's very sexy. All right, let's continue. I saw that video you play ready good. Yeah, play. Do you guys check out Jono playing the guitar, playing the Godzilla? That is pretty awesome. That is our most viewed video so far on the channel. I believe. No, the second most viewed. Okay, ooh, that is beautiful. Now that's some nice shark monster eye candy, Pro. That's what I've been looking forward to seeing. What movie is this? That looks amazing.
It's a Flash villain.
What is it?
It's a DC villain. It's called King Shark.
King Shark. Ooh. From the Flash. Oh, from the Flash TV show. Okay. The DC TV show Flash has that shark. Well done. Well done. Looks pretty awesome. Damn, it looks brutal too. Looks powerful. Looks like something you'd see in Men in Black. Made me think of Men in Black. Okay. Cool. Well, thank you. Donde, you still didn't share yours. Do you have a shark you wanted to share or talk about? Monster.
No, the one I wanted to share got already shared already.
Who shared already? Which one was it?
It was either between the Street Sharks or King Shark, and those ones already got talked about.
Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you. Let's see. Steel's a dum-dum. Here's more King Shark art. That one's cool. The Hammerhead one fighting him. The last one's pretty awesome. Again, from the TV show The Flash, which featured Doug Jones at one point. Nobody cares. That looks pretty awesome. That's pretty well done CGI right there. I mean, that's Venom level CGI almost. I'd love to see that thing battle Venom, since Venom has such a shark look to him. A little bit, well, not such, but a bit of a shark look to him. That's another reason why I always really appreciated Venom, his design. That looks pretty awesome. And the fact that he has Flash in his hand, I wanted to just watch that episode. I don't care too much for the show. I watched one season, I think, but the fact that the shark actually caught him and is holding him, I want to see what happens next. That's pretty awesome, Pro. Thank you.
Why is the file
Venom
name
Shark.
called Me and John Hogan?
Why is what?
Why is the photo called Me and John Hogan?
Oh, really?
Oh no,
Nice catch.
Wrong file.
Wrong file. Damn, that would have been a nice Easter egg there, Pro.
Yeah, no. I was checking the wrong file.
Okay,
But I
ladies and
downloaded it
gents, picking names is the Flash. Is from the Flash. Yeah, that's from the Flash. Okay, let me share on behalf of Raincrawler, or I forget. There we go. You guys see this? Let me copy this over. Just a moment, guys. Don't talk amongst yourselves, because I'm going to be quick enough. I hope you guys know that talk amongst yourselves bit. I know Louis probably does. I don't know if anybody else does. Where it's from. Okay, here we go. The monster from the creature. Oh, sweet. So Louis, Raincrawler elaborated on that one. Wonderful. I wanted to learn more. Open the shark, eat the characters. Cool, awesome Sharkman. Yeah, that's probably the best Sharkman so far that Pro put up there from the Flash. And that other one, the creature, which we're talking about now. So, a doctor used the DNA of a shark, some type of amphibious, and his own to create a hybrid shark-human monster that breaks free and started to kill people. That's basically the lizard man from Spider-Man, but shark fan. Can't remember much, just love the design. Totally agreed. See, Raincrawler, this is before he even heard us talk about it. He gets us. He gets it. And I have seen this before. Now I remember. I remember seeing this image. Here's some tasty images, guys. Thank you, Rain. Great minds think alike. Look at that. I'm going to have to give Raincrawler some watermelons here, too. John, go ahead and drop some watermelons for Raincrawler. John, don't ignore me. Give
Since
him
Raincrawler is on this Discord.
Give him those watermelons. Actually, he is in this Discord, true.
I am going to find his latest posting.
No, you don't have to dig deep. Just, he's right here. Thank you for the watermelons, guys.
It took me 2 seconds to do that.
Thank you, Darth. And who else? Thank you, Darth, for supporting Raincrawler by giving him watermelons. And one more image, guys. This one. So here we can see him more compared to the size of a human. He's actually not that huge. I love that they kept his face the same that... oh, damn it. Freaky, or shark open mouth look. Particularly from great whites. Oh. More watermelons for Raincrawler for posting all this on Discord. Hoping shark eat the carrot. Okay, so let's take a look at it, guys. We already saw this image. Oh, this is a bigger one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at where my mouse is moving to enjoy this with me. Look at the pectoral muscles, this muscle or bone structure, the kind of ribbed design going there. The fleshiness, even on the leg, I do like that. I like how it's stretching out. It makes sense. Webbed hands. In this image, it looks great. I'm afraid if we see more of it in the movie, it's not going to look great. And remember, that's always a good thing to use in a movie. If you don't have money or an amazing design, show it just a little bit. I mean, they did that with American Werewolf in London, and that was a wonderful design. But they still limited how much they showed it for the effect. Keep that in mind. You don't have to show it often. As long as the movie is good, too. I did say earlier how I hate when they just don't show the monster much at all. It depends. So here we can see the size. You can see it's just a little bit taller than a man. We could say it's about 6'7", depending on how tall that actor. I would say it's from 6 foot to 7 foot in this scene. Probably not 7. It definitely does 7 foot, but it could be standing lower in the water. We don't know. So we see that. I do like how it still has the fin and shark back design. That's pretty cool. What do you guys think? One of the best. Let's compare it with the one from The Flash. The Flash is definitely more brutal. Basically, The Flash man shark or shark man is what the Van Helsing werewolf is to... I don't know. I can't compare the other one. But basically, the reason why everybody loves the Van Helsing werewolf is it's just big, brutal, and very nice aesthetics. And I think that the one from The Flash is basically that. That Sharkman is to the Van Helsing. That's bad. Well structured. That's not portraying what I'm trying to say, but that's what it's equivalent to. We're looking at that Van Helsing werewolf being the best. Why a lot of people comment that that's their favorite one. That's the best one. Chris repeats that. I'd say the equivalent to that in Sharkman form is that one of Flash. I think I'm talking to. That's a cool scene. We need to check that out. So the Creature mini-series. Thank you, Raincrawler, for sharing that again, and especially for sharing more images of it. Thank you for everybody giving him watermelons. And Jono being a good sport and really giving him for being the pirate. Continuing. Let's catch up with you guys. Oh boy. Twilight being mentioned. Ooh, now we're getting some eye candy. Thank you, Pro. That's pretty cool. That's a very nice concept creation. Like it. 2 fins, left to right. There, and then the middle one. Very awesome. Another thing I don't see much in Shark art creations. Thank you, Pro. Okay, let's see what else. Before we continue, I wanted to talk about the realism, though, of having a man shark. As ridiculous as it may sound, and you guys can jump in at any time. Jono, maybe you've studied biology or marine biology, probably not enough yet. But can you explain to me, maybe if you have enough knowledge on it, when a fish is out of water, when a shark is out of water, and all that oxygen is hitting those gills, what do you think that feels like? Why is that so devastating for a fish? And sharks are fish.
I mean, fish still breathe oxygen. But
Right.
The gills have evolved. The gills have evolved in order to take the oxygen from water and filter it, and then they expel the hydrogen, the things that are left, just like we do with lungs. It's the same thing,
Sure.
but it's basically they drown on land. That's the fact. It's just like us underwater. Basically, the simplest thing to say is they choke. They don't have oxygen because they can't take the oxygen from air with the gill. Some fish.
Is it that they can't get the oxygen out though, or is it like an overload, or is it just like
no? They can't breathe. It's just try to breathe underwater.
They just can't filter it out from that.
Some fish
element.
Are as old as sharks, like Arapaima, Gatorga, actually have to breathe air. They don't have gills. They rise up the surface to breathe. They still have gills, but they breathe on surface. But yeah, sharks basically need to stay in the water for the. Also, sharks need to always move. Sharks can't stay still because they don't have. What's the term in English?
They just need that dense H2O
Yeah,
composition.
they don't have a bladder that all other fish have, which basically lets them stay still. Sharks need to move constantly. Sharks actually sleep while swimming.
Oh, really?
Because they can't stop, because if they stop, they are not able to let the oxygen enter their gills, so they need to swim.
I see, but you said they don't have a bladder like other fish. What did you say exactly?
Wait, let me search for.
Yeah.
In Italian, it's vescica.
Don't do that,
Vescica
Jono.
is bladder, and literally to swim. Okay, swim bladder. Of course, it's literal translation. Okay, swim bladder. basically allows all other fish then they can still let oxygen enter.
So this
in
organ
here.
allows other fish to be able to be stationary but still get oxygen, while the shark doesn't have
Yes.
that organ, so it has to keep
Yeah.
mobile even when it's sleeping to be able to get that. Okay, get oxygen. Okay,
Now,
Jono.
okay, when talking about Sharkman realistically, well, of course, just the fact that we're talking about a Sharkman gives us very little realism. The most
Pro, you'd love this.
the most rational thing will be something that, for example, fish like snakehead have. I don't know if you know a snakehead fish, giant snakehead. Let me search giant snakehead.
Jono, can you tell me what point you're trying to get at here?
Wait, let me finish, Artur. These fish, especially when they're younger, as they grow up, but they can survive out of water and even walk on land. I mean, they crawl, but they can move.
Right, many
As long
catfish
as
can
it's-
actually.
As long as it's moist, because they have both. They have both gills and lungs. I mean, they can both breathe air and from water. So it will be something like that. Then a sharkman being able to by them to breathe both from air and water. So technically, dolphin man work because dolphins have to
Right.
breathe air, and with limbs they
In the same
would
way
have,
that we.
they wouldn't have problem with coming on land, because when whales or dolphins are stranded, they don't die because of lack of oxygen. They
Yeah, don't
literally breathe air, but it's because their internal organs crush them due to gravity.
Okay. Finally just left us. Okay, so let me up here. A couple of things. So Pro said as long as it has some way to store oxygen, then it
Yeah.
sounds plausible. So that's one way. Which is a cool thought I had when you said that, Pro. To you monster makers out there, or anybody watching this for monsters ideas and that are shark related, and something for me to think in a future depth video. When you're creating your shark man, don't just think that it. Well, okay, so the one that hit me, the idea was Abe Sapien from Hellboy, as he has that little thing apparatus around his neck, I think it was, to help him breathe oxygen from the water, right? So he has that around, like he has a whole apparatus. That's pretty cool. But that's man-made, right? That's a device. Now imagine something evolved like that. Maybe a bubble thing that when you're swimming in the water, it's always deflated and to not get in the way of swimming quick. But as soon as you get out of the water, these inflate, maybe around your neck or somewhere, these bubbles that maybe you can pierce easily, like making it a weak point when you're fighting this kind of monster. So, but it has these bubbles that inflate with water that it can use when it's on land. Hold on. Got police coming for me again. Okay,
Yeah.
they'll never find my
Also,
cavern. They'll never find it.
They finally found the money you stole from Raid Shadow.
Nice. So imagine a shark man on land. One conception of it having these bubbles that inflate with the water, the seawater, and when it sits above land, it has those for some amount of time, maybe 24 hours or something, until it can go back into water, release that water, and refresh with more fresh oxygenated seawater. And the cool thing about that is that, of course, the monster could be and will probably be more powerful than people, but it has this nice weakness to it. So if it's a medieval fantasy kind of world, you can still attack with spears and pierce that, those sacks It won't kill it immediately, but it will give it a very short lifespan upon land until it hits the water again. But then there's this other version, because Jana was talking about the lungfish and catfish and mud skippers and such, fish that can be above water for prolonged periods of time. Like Louis Zenadog said, with the right DNA put together, a hybrid is possible. So yeah, let's hope they don't get that point that there's such a thing as a lungfish. So it's possible at a point. So yeah, mixing the right DNA and mutation or evolution on some world, on our world, possibly, sure, something like that could be possible. Would it be above land for a long time? No, it would probably be a short time, but even, a couple hours or 5 hours, something just that comes out of water to hunt something down, bring it back in like a crocodile would.
That's
possible.
something I was thinking. Yeah.
But a man shark, I mean, that's more extreme, but as far as possibility, it's not impossible at all, actually, from what we've learned thus far and what we've seen as examples. To create our own, I mean, that's a different question, especially with our technology right now. But we're not asking that. We're just asking the possibility, which is always there. We just got to find our path to that possibility. It's always easy to say anything's possible. Yes, this is possible, but finding the paths to explaining how it could be, well, a lot of us can barely do that, and when we can, that's where it gets interesting, looking at the science of it. Okay, mud skipper. Also, the mud skipper can breathe air. Yep, Sharkman versus Deep Ones. Remember, they all breathe. That's where it gets confusing, because even like animal books say this can breathe air, this breathes underwater. I mean, they're all breathing air. They're drawing a line between. It's the definition. Okay, I'm getting out of this because it's the definition of air. How people explain air differently. Some just see it as O2. Some see air as something that has no water involved whatsoever. It's how you define air. But yeah, let's talk about oxygen, right? Because they all breathe oxygen. It's the matter of how they breathe it, how they absorb it. Sharkman versus Deep Ones. Ooh, Sharkman versus Deep Ones. Good question, Horror Show. I'd probably have to hand it to the Sharkmen because the Deep Ones just don't look very stable on land. But the Deep Ones do look like something realistic of what a hybrid like that would look like. Whereas Sharkman doesn't, because you'd imagine the Sharkman coming out of water, they are very muscular, but they're so used to that biome that that's why when you see any fish or something come out of the water, they're very sloppy. Salamanders, they're very weak. Underwater, they're so graceful and wonderful. And crocodilians as well, they're so used to that kind of gravity underwater that on land they're just sluggish, and that's probably how they would be more like the Deep Ones. But if we could have those Sharkmen, those beefy powerful ones, that would be excellent. Damn it, Arthur, they know you were the one who broke into the Games Workshop store. You know what, that store isn't even worth it, Pro. I went into that store, I was excited, and that store is as big as a closet. It was ridiculous. I'm serious. It was probably as big as one of my friend's closets. And that's not Games Workshop. We got a store here called Wizard's Chest that looks almost like a castle outside. That is the cool hobby store. They sell Games Workshop stuff, but that's what Games Workshop should be everywhere. And the fact that they don't put that kind of money into their franchise, that's not cool, because they're so overpriced. Not cool, Games Workshop. Hence, I did rob it for that reason, because it sucks. Not because it was great. I just had to make that clear. Okay, I'm getting hungry looking at the fish. Yeah, we got to start slowly wrapping this up. What is that? That's a piranha, maybe. Okay, that doesn't even look like a piranha. What the hell?
3D.
Terrible. That's not what a piranha looks like.
Yeah, and it's prehistoric piranhas.
I think I've seen it. Okay, gotcha. We did a shout out, Dio did for a short while, those prehistoric sharks. There's some pretty awesome prehistoric shark designs. I'm sporting. Oh, I forgot to mention my pendant, of course. Huzzah, right? We got a baby megalodon tooth right on my neck. I'm so proud and honored to wear a creature that has, I think, a 10,000 pound bite force, the strongest bite force ever, I believe. on this planet that we know of. I've got its tooth. I think it's a very honorable replacement for the lion claw I had prior. And that's just wild to be wearing something on my neck that was so big and powerful. Makes me feel big and powerful. Continuing.
You're already big and powerful.
I fought it. See, Jono, that's the kind of Slayer talk I should be hearing more and reading more here. Exactly that,
No,
not that other
You know
junk.
you're not. You know
That's-
you're not going to get it.
That's what can possibly get you to Shepherd. Possibly. There you go.
Only if you
Jono's
make
me.
it red.
Okay. I should be Games Mini Workshop. It should be Games Mini Workshop. That's right. I'm getting fish now. I feel like fishing now. Right. What a great thing to do while this quarantine's an act. Just go fishing. But you can go out and do that horror show. Just don't be around people, but you can be out in nature. I don't think they have anything against that. Not at that level. I
Yeah,
think where
I mean-
Jono is, it's that level because he's got freaking military
Yeah.
on the streets, and I'm afraid of that taking place here. I'm thinking maybe there's something more to this whole virus that certain elites want to take advantage of, and they sure can at this point. It's the Think about this, guys, and I'll get back to sharks in 1 minute. Think about this. If this virus is an act and it is doing what it is doing and shutting down systems, you can imagine that there's some corrupt, really evil or greedy elite somewhere that this can work for them. Or someone just evil, so just some bad dictator. And this, what better time than this to take advantage of that? And that's very scary. So I'm hoping, because we're at a point where we don't know what's going to happen next. We kind of know because we can see China. They already went through things, but we're still just, I don't know if we're in the middle of it. That's the wild thing. So just keep that in mind. I don't want to give you paranoia or make you scared, but that's always something that there could be a whole other part to this. Not saying the virus is fake, but there could be a bigger part of the whole game. Back to Shark Talk. Let's get out of that. There ones. Let's see. It should be okay. Dio, your turn. Dio's not listening to me. I'm in the mood for milkfish now. What the hell is that? Milkfish? Yes, I think shark has thicker skin. If only Jono had a thick skin like a shark. I feel
Yeah, sharks are thick, indeed.
prices of the dollar went down in countries. Yeah, Raincrawler. Start buying from other countries. Yeah, it's pretty wild, Raincrawler. I'm really happy this YouTube little bit, of thing going for me too. Looks like porn parody. It does a little bit poor. Damn it. Porn pro.
Porn bad.
Okay. Dio, guys, you can ask Dio if he has anything to share. He's not here, so we'll skip over Dio. JMPF. Do you have anything you wanted to share today? Any cryptid? Ooh. Cryptid shark. Dio? Not Dio. JMPF. Okay, he's typing up something. Sweet. Thank you, JMPF. Thank you for waiting to share that patiently. Okay, we got the Isanade, or the beach stroker. The beach stroker. From Japan, looks like. Are mysterious shark-like sea monsters which scour the rocky coastline searching for boats to scuttle and fishermen to snatch. Their bodies are enormous and their fins are covered with countless tiny metallic barbs like a grater. Switties. Spiny sharks, guys. They use these to hook their prey, dragging it deep into the water, be eaten. They are said to appear when the north winds blow and the sea currents change. I am liking this one. And thank you, JMPF, for finding a cryptid. You're the cryptid guy now. As you know, here's a watermelon for staying to that. Despite their size, Isonides, we'll read it American style, Acinades are incredibly elusive. They move through the water with unparalleled grace. They can swim without creating so much as a splash, making them very difficult to notice. By the time that most sailors have noticed, the winds have changed and the strange colors upon the sea. Too late. Already, huge tail is already rising out of the water above their heads. When the Isonade, how big does it look? Looks about the, oh, no, it looks pretty big there. Okay, bigger than a whale shark, or about the size of a whale shark, since it's probably exaggerated art. Exaggerated, not real. Maybe. When Isonades strike, they do not thrash about violently like a hungry shark, but instead hook their prey with their fins or tail, because they have spikes on them, right? With a gentle stroking motion, dragging them into the depths almost peacefully. That is awesome. I'm really liking that idea. They do this without sound and without ever showing their bodies, making them all the more dangerous and stealthy. That's awesome, guys. So imagine you're swimming in the water now. Pro, we all know you love the deep ocean and hanging out there. Imagine you're swimming out there. Okay, not that deep, because we got to make this realistic. By the beach. And you see something big under you. And no, it doesn't finally, as you're swimming back to shore, it doesn't finally snatch you or bite you and then move back, as sharks do. They're very intelligent hunters. They bite, then move back, bite, and move back. Keep their safety. What this does is it finally slaps you with a big fin, very big fin, piercing you with probably hundreds of tiny thorns, barb thorns, like you'd see maybe on a what's that called? The spine thing, the fish, the what the hell? I just forgot the a stingray. A bunch of those spines hit you, and don't just get out of you. They hit you, they stay in you, possibly poison coming in, but you're immobilized. And that tail pulls you underwater, slowly, smoothly. You can't call to anyone. You die of the shock and mainly just drowning. You die from drowning. You don't die from bleeding too much or a bite or something like that. You die from drowning yourself. So maybe it's not that bad as a shark biting you and you dying with the bits of you missing. Or maybe it is. I don't know. What do you guys think? Got all these hundreds. Yeah, my man. That's who I thought of right away. I didn't want to say the thing that killed Crocodile Hunter because I simply love Crocodile Hunter. He's the man. Moment of silence for him. And yes. See, Jono, we thought the same thing. That was my man. It's weird how long ago he's died, but still he's so fresh. I feel like I just saw him on TV the other day, you know. He's the man. Rest in peace. So anyway, yeah, imagine a shark like that. What I'm liking about this cryptid and cryptids in general, thanks again, ChampF, is what I like about this one is it's an animal cryptid. It's not this humanoid monster that totally probably wouldn't exist. This is something, because when we get a cryptid, the first thing we gotta come up with, or we come up with here is, how would it exist? Is there a possibility of this thing existing? With this shark, there really is. Existing maybe not that high of a chance, but the possibility of it being a real thing, very high. I mean, a spiny shark. There's spiny fish out there. I wanted to ask you, Jono, are you aware of any shark that has spines on it? Many spines. You can find something out there, guys. I'd like to see a picture.
I mean, technically, yes, but basically, the shark skin works this way. If you, they are made of very, very little.
And how do you know, Pro?
Pointer. Wait a second. Shark skin.
If you can find something, Jono.
Basically, this is what maybe the copy indirizzo immagine.
Okay,
this is what shark skin looks like.
Right.
So technically, yeah. All sharks are made of spines.
So imagine that, guys, now, the sandpapery skin, as it is often described, with these spines a bit longer. or some of them, every few of them are longer spines. It doesn't have to be crazy huge spikes that looks, just cool, but small ones. And it just hits the fish. You know how there's a lot of feeder fish, but fish that swim along sharks that feed off of things around and on the sharks. Imagine those being around and the shark just bumps real quick or moves its tail fin and can, prod these smaller creatures and then feed on them, especially if it had venom in it, poison like jellyfish. And it immobilizes the creature right away, making it easy prey for the shark. Then the shark wouldn't have to be fast. It could be big like this. It could look like a whale shark or basking shark, because its hunting method would just be different. My question to you guys is, how did, it looks like it's Japan, probably, not China or something.
Yes.
How did they come upon this idea? Do you think they saw something? What shark did they see? Or do you think they got this idea because they touched a shark a long time ago and saw how its skin was kind of sandpapery, so they imagined there could be this creature? What do you guys think? That's a cool
I
picture.
think that what happened.
You think that is what happened? Cool. It does make sense, actually, that one person managed to touch one, and in his mind, it got exaggerated, and instead of thinking, wow, that feels like sandpaper, he's like, wow, that feels like a bunch of needles. And then he told the next guy, and the next guy, and the next guy, and then we got a shark with needles on it. Makes sense.
Yeah, most likely.
I'd love to do a video on this one. Thank you, JMPF. A good one. Shark family has spikes next to their dorsal fin. Yeah, there's probably one like that. See that? Do I want Pro wants it now. What did Pro say that I told him? Were sharks in Elder Scrolls? So there's talk of so tell me, Pro, if there's were sharks in Elder Scrolls, do we have any visual of it, or is it just mentioned in text and such? I'd love to see how they've designed it. Sounds like a Gatorade competitor. Gatorade competitor, or you mean a Gator competitor? What are you talking about? Oh, Icinade, because the drink. That sounds like a drink. I don't know what you're saying, Horror Show, but I think I do. What about Zigra, the guy kaiju who fought against Gamera? Right, there is a kaiju, and Jono, I'm surprised you didn't mention the kaiju. That
because I haven't watched any Gamera.
So there's Zigra. So good job, Raincrawler. Let's check that one out. Here's the one Pro mentioned. This looks more like D&D. What is this? There is a shark from Resident Evil 6 called Bzrak, which is a kind of mutated shark. Ooh, I think Gargamel would have liked this one. He wasn't there that long because he met his demise rather quickly. I wonder what Chris would share. He said he didn't have anything, but I'm sure he'd find something, especially from Warhammer. Okay, that's awesome. That might just get it for the coolest fish form monstrous shark today. Thank you. Oh, that's Dio. Thank you, Dio. That is pretty awesome, actually. Looks like the gills on its back. That's a pretty unique design. So we don't see it in games, though, I'm assuming. Just in Resident Evil lore. Let me know if we see it in games. And Pro said, but here's okay, so there's a mod, which looks okay. Got shark on it. The body looks generic. Yeah, it's just glued on there. So not great. So apparently there isn't. Neither of these are in the game, but they are in the lore. Let's hope they appear someday. Zigra. Let's take a look at Zigra real quick. And up here. Oh yeah, Zigra. Oh, look at that one. It's so cute. That's what Jono looks like when he wakes up. And he hears Agalok playing. There you go. There's Eager, guys. It's got a little bit of that goblin shark influence. I wonder if that was intentional. I think by that time it was, because they were aware of that shark. I'm pretty sure by then. But I'm not totally sure. Pretty cool design. Very different from other kaijus, as it looks more...
Yeah, and Gamera or Ultraman kaijus are a bit not sillier, but yeah, they're simpler rather than
It looks artificial,
to
you know?
the Godzilla kaijus. Yeah,
It doesn't look like fleshy. It looks like armor. It looks more artificial. Which is different, which is cool, but it is pretty fake, especially in a world where the monsters already look quite fake. I could definitely, this one, not being beloved by children too much. I don't know. It depends, but not being beloved as much as that. So shout out to Zigra, probably our biggest shark monster of today. Well, I don't know. We've had house sharks, so I don't know. House sharks sounds like a TV show about real estate and agents hunting and getting the best price for houses. House shark kind of reminds me of Gigan. Yeah. Ultraman has a lot of cool. Yeah, Ultraman does a lot. Hence, I didn't mention them in my video, bro. As you probably know, since you pay attention to the things I say in videos, unlike many other subscribers or unsubscribers. Okay, what is that? A whale falling.
it's from Sharknado. Basically, in this scene,
Okay.
a shark,
Swallows it. That's
another
crazy.
Shark it's the shark, then another shark hits, and then in the end, a whale it's the shark.
Right. Unintentionally, but I like how the shark just it just sinks in there like the whale's completely empty. It doesn't like get stopped by any like gums or anything. It just goes whoop right in there.
Well, and the reason there's a those are Niagara Falls. They go there because the tornado goes nuclear, and in order to cool it, they use Niagara Falls to turn it into a Sharknado. That doesn't make much sense.
Oh,
Yeah, because there are because there are radioactive sharks in there.
okie dokie.
See why I love Sharknado? So stupid.
Yeah, I mean, at least it has the monster and the thing going on. As long as it has that, we already know what to expect with the title like Sharknado, but you can still make it fun, right?
No, that's the best
Fun doesn't
part.
mean
You don't know
good.
what to expect because everything can happen. Why is the image low?
Mm-hmm. Let me click on it. Ooh, is that from? That's not from the movie, is it?
It's Sharknado 3 in space.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Then, do you still like it, or is it too much? Because I was looking at it. Yeah, I don't know what to expect. It's just when I read the premises of Sharknado, water storm or whatever, sending sharks flying all over the city. That's possible. That's normal. They can be dropping. The matter of how they act when they're dropping and what they're doing is the fake stuff, and obviously Sharknado is going there, especially with space. I just like the concept of random sharks dropping because of the winds and stuff, and people reacting. That's what I want to see. That's the realistic part, but
Realistic? No, this tornado
in
only
space.
catches sharks. It doesn't catch any other type of fish, only sharks. Every type of
Oh,
shark.
I see.
That's the problem. Not only,
Awesome.
great whites. Every type of shark is there.
That's cool. I need to watch. So it is kind of for shark enthusiasts. People that love sharks probably enjoy seeing the different things like shown, I guess. Thank you, Pro, for sharing some more eye candy. So what's going on with the arm? This arm's normal. This arm's got a hook on it. I'd like to see a shark concept art using an anchor as a weapon. I'm sure there's something cool like that out there. Okay, guys, looks like everybody has gone. Yes. I have a couple things to throw at you guys, and then we'll vote for the next one. First of all, this. Just to tickle you. And I'm kidding. Although, yeah, this exists, but it's not official. I believe this is a thing somebody made to D&D. So it's Shark Bunny. Pretty cool little concept art, actually. Again, I believe this was created by blah, blah, blah. You can see that on the bottom. So it's not official D&D book. But they did an awesome job on it, and they did it like you do any other D&D monster in the bestiary. They did a really good job with it. Like a D&D cryptid. If I ever ran a D&D game, I'd have this as like the jackalope. You know, the jackalope cryptid we have in the US. A rabbit with deer horns. But that's a cryptid that's completely fake. But in my D&D world, we would have this that people joke about, but it actually exists. It's just extremely rare and prized as a hunt. It's funny that he combined it with a great white still, rather than like a mako, like a rabbit. Oh, it's a bunny. Okay, but that's not my... Thank you, Jono, for some... They're coming for you, Jono. They smelled some crappy pizza. Work up your skills, Jono. You got the time now. Okay, so nice concept there, art there. Beautiful Venom. Ooh, that's a mod. Venom. That one's cool. That's not official, I bet, but that's pretty awesome. Man, that's hella cute. Arthur, I want it. Okay, so here's my D&D share, though. Official share, I believe. And it's this one. It is called The Great... No, it's also not an official. It's actually the same creator. But it definitely looks official. It might be official. Or I don't know. But here you go. Look at this one, guys. It's called the Great White Shark. So, you know, like White's, the undead monster. White's kind of ghost, witchy ghost undead things. Whites or wits, however you want to call them. So that's what this is. It's basically an undead great white shark. But even bigger than... It's like a... I'd explain this probably as a dire great white undead shark. If you know what dire means, that means giant or huge in D&D. Dire. Not just D&D, but dire. They're the bigger versions. Any special abilities? Sensitivity, multi-attack, life-draining bite. So, there you go, guys. A shark may scare you, but an undead shark, with the teeth even showing up more freaky. After Arthur was disappointed with Games Workshop store, Arthur set the store ablaze. As you hear the siren. I'm never going back there again. I walked in there quick, opening the door. You know, walking there in fast because I was excited, and by the time I knew it, I was halfway through the store. And everybody was looking at me, and it was awkward. And I asked the guy how he's doing, and he said, another day in paradise, in a sarcastic mode, you know, and I was like, yeah, you must be enjoying, you know, working here. Or I was kind of in that mindset. I was like, yeah, this must be cool working here. But the way he said, another day in paradise, like, just another day at work, while people are sitting there painting, another person shopping in this closet of a store. So yeah, not very Games Workshop amazing as I was expecting. And I think that was my first one. Yeah, so we have much better hobby stores here than Games Workshop. But it's Games Workshops. Whatever. Like Apple. Except I actually like Games Workshop still. Okay, make lots of noise, get lots of money, and get the hell out of here. Arthur is probably pulling a Dutch. I know of dire AIDS. Damn, pro. Your uncle again, isn't it? Has everybody died due to coronavirus and Dio? Just chill out. Eating bangos. Okay, guys.
You know why, Arthur? Me and Dio plan all. We just needed some damn faith.
Needed some what?
Some damn faith. Don't you insist, Arthur.
What you're
just
talking
need
about,
one
John?
last score.
Back off. Don't give me that look. Guys, let's vote for the next one. Those were my shares, our shares. There's a lot of shark candy art. If you, candy art. Eye candy. If you ever want to see more monstrous eye candy, join our Discord, go to this cavern. It's called the Monstrous Eye Candy. And here you can find beautiful just artwork. I mean, we share artwork in all these caverns, but this one's just dedicated to beautiful, monstrous art. I mean, look at that. They're beautiful. They're lovely. Look at this I found lately. Simba, the Manticore. And that shouldn't be here. Darth posted in the wrong place. But that means he enjoyed it, so. I just want to keep this clean. Clean. Look at that, by Pro. Pro and his snacks. Pro has a snack fetish, if anybody didn't know. Moving onward. So, how to cure dire AIDS. Okay, let's come up with our next votes. Pro, a bit late there. Finally, though. All right, guys, what do you want to talk about next? You guys got any ideas over on over on YouTube? Welcome to bring up the next.
I typed my proposal. Chat.
I'm still trying to figure out if we're gonna play a game on here during one of these monster casts. Lies, slander. Pro, and you look exactly like what's his name, Cryboy, right there. I'm kidding. She's endless. What's his name? Markiplier. You probably look like Markiplier saying that as well, saying lies while you're smiling secretly, knowing that it's all true, as that's exactly what he's doing. Interdimensional monsters. Good one, JMPF.
Arthur, did you read my comment, my message?
John Hamm Monsters 2. I thought you wanted one where John Hamm monsters battle shark monsters or something. Question. Pro JMPF, since and Jono, you've been here for a while now, but did we ever do a digital monster type thing? I feel like we did, because I know Super OCD mentioned a monster that was in a video game, but I don't think that was digital monsters. I think it was just SCPs or something.
It was
Don't
the
think so.
creepypasta one he mentioned without having any.
Okay, so that was SCP. I love how you remember that, JMPF. You are awesome. You are my librarian. You just remember that. Arthur, when we at... Okay. Nice. That actually happens in the game. That's awesome. That's a nice touch.
I mean, if you slap a horse that you're not bonded with, it just kicks you and you die. I mean, animals react naturally.
Okay, guys, so far we got requests for interdimensional monsters. My idea is digital monsters.
I think there's also one other one, Arthur.
No, not yet. Digital monsters, because I'm thinking something that can get to you, especially since we're all home at now, digitally. We all think we're safe in our abodes, little abodes and houses and rooms, but what if something can get to you through your computer, through your internet, through your phone wire, through the cable? That's what I'm thinking. Something that can travel or exist through that. So digital monsters. We need one more. Hi there, Curtis Cat or Super OCD. Do you have any type of monsters you would like us to... Any suggestions for a Monstercast?
What about pets? Monster pets.
Ooh, we've had monster friends. We haven't really had pets. Have we?
Didn't. I think we did that. Let's go check. I think we did the monsters we would like to keep as pets.
Alright.
think
I mean,
maybe
like
we did.
actual pets, not
No.
ones you'd like to
Okay.
keep. Like actual
We
pets.
didn't.
JMPF, have we done that before? Can appear.
That was the minimum.
Mini monsters, yeah. We laugh for about 5 minutes. I'm catching up with the YouTube comments. Apparently, it wasn't scrolling up. Sketch video. You got to make that anchor shark monster a sketch video. I might have to do that, Louis. I'm thinking if I ever open a Patreon, Louis, I'm gonna do sketch videos again for my
Arthur, what
patrons,
are you-
and I'm also
Arthur.
gonna hold on, Jono, and I'm also gonna give those away to my patrons as well if I ever do Patreon. What, Jono?
When are you going to update the thumbnails for live videos? You haven't done it since Anna.
Which one?
The custom thumbnails for the Monstercast. You stopped updating them.
The custom thumbnails for Monstercast.
Yes.
They take me a while. Even those simple ones, I already have them pre-designed, but it still takes me a little too long. And
Can you make it? Can you make at least only one?
oh
Just-
no, I can't make a John Hamm one, but you
Please.
can. Actually, if you want to, or Pro or somebody, you guys can make the John Hamm one, like a meme, and I'll
Well,
upload it there.
Send me the
Okay, I'll send you the empty
photo.
template. Yeah, if anybody else wants to make the thumbnails, you're welcome to. I just I put in too much time.
Also, the font. What font do you use?
I'll send you everything after.
Good
Okay,
boy.
so let's
Good
see,
boy.
live action video. Yeah, no, not video game. I'm talking the tabletop game, board game, but using tabletop simulator, so you guys can see the game well with different views and stuff like that. So I'm planning on doing that, Louis, with Chris at least, and maybe a couple people on here in case of a Monstercast. Not next week since I don't know yet, but I'm hoping soon. I think would be fun. So what do you think? And yes, it would be live. It would replace a Monstercast. Again, using tabletop simulator, not just as playing a video game, but maybe in the future. Last time I played D&D, turned into a fight. Somebody said D&D is good for acting. That's what Louis said. D&D is great for acting, drama, and learning English or a new language. Or just brainstorming, critical thinking. All right, I choose Monster Layers. Okay, we got Monster Layers, Monsters in Comics. Ooh. Okay. That's enough. Okay, guys, here are the topics. And Super OCD, did you have a shark monster you wanted to share today?
None I could really think off the top of my head.
Wow, JMPF, you actually had a pet shark,
Aw.
monster shark thing you brought up. Wow, look at JMPF, right on topic today. Okay, here they are.
Woo.
One more. Which one was the first one mentioned? Which one? I think Pro mentioned the snack lover. Which one was it? On him, albino mon. Which one was it, guys? What was another one that somebody mentioned?
What, Arthur?
The other request for the next topic.
Well, monsters with layers, monster worlds.
Interdimensional.
I'm not following.
Thank you,
your-
librarian.
The interdimensional ones, or you already counted?
No, interdimensional monsters is the one I forgot. So thank you. Here they are, guys. They are digital monsters. Something that can come into this reality somehow through a wire or something. Monsters as pets. Monsters with layers that require layer. Monsters in comics or from comics. And interdimensional monsters. We've covered many already. We got monsters in comics. Interdimensional. Raincrawler, I assume you're voting for monsters in comics? DC Marvel
What do you mean
Valiant.
for digital monsters? Art?
Monster
Does it mean?
layers. Louis does monster layers. What, Jono?
Digital monster? What do you? What
I
do you
mean, something
digital?
that can, like a virus, like a computer virus, but that is sentient, that is somehow a living thing.
Oh,
I mean, even
okay.
Skynet, in a way, is an AI, could be a digital monster, but I'm thinking something that can travel through your internet and harm you, through your telephone, through a
think so.
wire, through a cable.
109,000.
But something like, as much as realistically as we can find too, something that can cover, travel through through an optic cable, fiber wire cable, something possible, something like that. Okay, let's count them up. Rita votes comics. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, more for comics than I thought. I thought that'd be a pretty generic, not to put it down, but more of a generic idea. Since we have many like that. And we have discussed monsters from comics. But that one has 4 votes, at least. Interdimensional has 1. Layers has 1. Pets, well, Super OCD, what do you vote for?
Sorry.
Which one do you vote for?
I'm gonna go with the technological internet ones. Sounds interesting.
Oh, digital, alright.
Digital, yeah, that's the word.
That's the word. Darth Phoenix. I think he already voted. Yeah, comics. Everybody's voted, I think. Clearly it's comics then. John Hamm. What did he say? That I'm afraid the line hits you deep though? Jono? What did you vote for?
Interdimensional.
Interdimensional. So 2. I'll vote for interdimensional also, just in case somebody else does. So that'll give it 3 votes. If anybody else votes for it, that'll be a tie. Nobody is, so it looks like it's going to be comics. Yay. Hell yeah. Okay, guys, it's going to be comic book monsters. Monsters from the various comics. Which we've covered many again. Hellboy has been mentioned many times, another Lizard Man. But yeah, let's find the more obscure ones. Let's have fun with it. And do some crossovers. Guys,
Okay, finally time to talk
thank you
about
for
Godzilla in
spending
Hell.
your Saturday with us. It's probably the most social some of us will get during the week. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and all that. See you next week. Be a similar situation. Hopefully everybody's doing okay still. Yeah, stay strong and be smart. Smart during these times. Until next time, guys, stay monstrous wherever you are, day or night. Next time we're talking about comic book monsters. Comic monsters. Today we talked about shark monsters. We had some awesome ones. I wonder what you guys thought was your favorite one that we shared today. Or some sweet ones. With that, I bid you adieu. Adieu. Bye, guys. Go ahead and say your goodbyes, everybody. Thank you all for being here. Love ya.
Bye, everyone.
And especially you guys as well over on YouTube supporting us and watching us from there. Huge thank you to you. Take care, guys. Have fun. Have fun staying at home. Find some awesome hobbies. Draw some pictures. There are so many things you guys could be doing out in nature at home. You don't need to be in any big social gatherings for anything fun, necessarily.
It's time for my ending catchphrase.
Jono's going to be getting weird now, so I'd like to save you
Beware
guys from
that
it.
when fighting Hom, you yourself do not become a Hom. For when you gaze long into the Hom gazes also into you. Friedrich W. Nietzsche.
He says Hom more properly than most of us.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows? There's no proper way to say it, because nobody knows the way to say it. Only Lovecraft knew how to pronounce Hom, of John Hom.
John.